Why do growing businesses love working in Slack? Let's ask Christy at RE Bikes.
Running things in Slack saves me so much time.
AI summaries save 97 minutes per week. What say you, Rox from Gosney?
Slack helps us build community, it helps us build connection.
Your partners, vendors and customers all in one place. Take us on home, Ashley from Caraway.
If we didn't have Slack tomorrow, I would explode.
Well, let's not let that happen. Visit slack.com/podcast to get 50% off Slack Business Plus.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
New Year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. So now get 2 snack wraps, plus fries, and a medium soft drink for just $8.
For limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
Salt Lake City season finale. Did you know that it was a season finale?
Yeah, because I just saw that like you posted the reunion or like the
the reunion.
Yeah, so I knew it was like that. And like it was it was feeling like that was going to be that way too, because it's like we've been on this trip for so long. It's like we're done now, okay?
The good thing about Salt Lake City is that these women are really able to like move forward because, for example, when I was at BravoCon, Heather and Lisa were great with each other. And I was surprised by it because I just feel like Heather hasn't been as loyal to Lisa this season, but they were still fine. And it's nice to see that. But it's also like super fucking toxic.
Yeah, I think it depends on like what their issues were and like how they've resolved it. But if like they're going to keep doing this and keep going back and forth, then yeah, I would not like to want to be in that situation with them.
It's kind of like when we watch Married to Medicine and the ladies say, you know, our friendship, it's, you know, those like friendships that you just get so comfortable like calling each other out all the time. It just becomes exhausting.
And even like what was exhausting too about this episode, which we'll get into as well, is like how many times like do you need to hear about yourself? Like, you know, because we see it in this perspective of the play. And like imagine someone constantly telling you what you do about yourself. Like that would be exhausting to hear and like just like sad all the time. It's like we would get annoyed. Like you don't want someone to always tell you that you're this and that and then you're this and that. It's just like I'm like enough. Like let me live my life.
Well, especially when they're trying to imply you have an issue.
Which they all kind of were doing to each other, but then they then, you know, turned it around, which we'll talk about.
Are you gonna still like be on this train where you're like, no, I don't see the problem with what they're doing with Meredith?
I'm so indifferent in this episode because I see the problem, I see what they're doing, but then I also see the actual problem that Meredith does have.
Okay, because again, okay, so another episode.
We're gonna agree to disagree on some stuff because, but like the end pissed me off a little bit. But there are moments, like for example, when we'll talk about Bronwyn and her talking, like that's the stuff that pisses me off about Meredith.
Oh my gosh, see, we're gonna think completely different. Because for me, I really feel like everyone had a mission to ice out Meredith.
What would be Bronwyn's mission to ice off Meredith? I want to know that one.
Because it's like, Chanel, come on, you have to target someone on this show or it's boring. Like you have to. So it's like, okay, how do I take away from what's going on with me? For example, oh, I got accused of all the stuff that I've sealed and I don't want the ladies to come and talk about it. So how do I take away from what is going on with my marriage? What's going on with my, the accusations about what I did? How do I get that from from everyone not to talk about that, I'm going to then talk about Meredith. Like, you always have to target someone. So when you have that one person and then everyone agrees on it, it's nice because it's like, damn, I'm safe. So like, that's what she has.
But she was cool with Meredith this whole season. She was always talking to her. They were always chilling, hanging out. She was always telling her the gossip. They were cool. So like, what would be her motive to sit there and tell her like you're lying about the situation?
I think the lady clocked Bronwyn quite a bit when she called her out and said that she like hold on to information from people so that she could then use it
Yeah.
against them. So I think there's a lot of motive for Bronwyn to act the way that she does towards Meredith. And, you know, we'll talk about it a little bit more, but what bothers me is the ladies tend to be extremely dramatic about Meredith having meltdown when it happens off of camera. And I don't want to hear about it if I wasn't able to see it. And we
Well, then
already
guess what? Let me tell you something then. Bravo needs to freaking have a 24/7 camera on Meredith next season so we can see what they're talking about.
Yeah, because it's annoying. Like, we already saw the airplane thing where it was like she did this, like she was just so loud, she was whatever. And we all like agreed that she was definitely talking shit about Brittany. We all agree. But like, let's not pretend that they're all of a sudden all really like BFFs with Brittany, want to have her back. Like, no, it all feels so calculated to me. And Bronwyn is confused because by Meredith playing it cool on the trip, because she said that Meredith asked her to go in her room, then had like a complete meltdown about how the ladies are out to get her. And then like the next day she's acting fine. And she's like, I just cannot keep up with her emotions. And it's like, Chantal, even if she's having a meltdown about that, she's not going to do it in front of these ladies because she has clocked that these ladies think that she has a problem. So when someone keeps telling you you have a problem and you don't, yeah, you're going to be frustrated. And you're going to be like, I'm so over this. Like, why are they targeting me? And she obviously felt like her and Bronwyn were cool, whether she thinks Bronwyn is going to tell her things or not. She felt like they were cool enough to talk to her about whatever it was that it was. We end up finding out, well, Bronwyn and Mary, you know, go and sit down, and Bronwyn tells Mary that Meredith asked what the lady spoke about at lunch. And then Mary confused me because she's like, how dare she? And I'm like, what? And Mary's like, that's not right. And then Mary then calls Meredith weird for asking what was said at lunch, which makes no sense because the entire conversation was about Meredith. So if your name keeps coming up, of course you're going to ask, because Meredith knew that that's what they were probably talking about, which happened to be true. So how is it weird for her to like ask and be concerned about that when that really is what happened?
Because imagine if you and I went to lunch, okay, and we were talking about one of our cousins, okay, and then we're all later on the day, we're all hanging out talking, and we're all like, cool, we're chilling. We all go to sleep apparently, and then one of the cousin texts me and says, "Come to my room," and then starts like wanting to find out, what did you guys talk about? What did you guys talk about? Don't you think that's kind of weird that she wouldn't just ask both of them when she knew both of them went to lunch?
I do think that she could have asked both of them. I don't like, okay, it's clear as day to me at least that Meredith did ask Bronwyn what happened at lunch. I do think she asked her that. And I wish that Meredith said, yeah, I did ask. And it's clear that you guys did talk about me. So what? And I wish like she kind of owned it and she didn't. And that was the one like frustrating thing for me where I was like, just fucking own it. But I also understand where Meredith is coming from because these ladies, all the ladies are accusing her of being like bipolar, being on something, having an issue, and then saying that she's like having meltdowns, like she's angry one second, happy one second, whatever the other second. And so if Meredith asks, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, Meredith, really? Like we just talked about like you moving on and you enjoying yourself. And now you're asking and thinking that we're talking about you. Like what's wrong with you? That's exactly what they would have done.
I don't know, you guys. I don't agree.
I don't know how you don't agree with that, Chantal. I don't know how you
No, I
don't know that she's like
don't.
damned if she does, damned if she doesn't.
I maybe yes, but also like she is her own strong person. Like we see it that she's strong. Like she can really say the truth to herself and to everyone, and everyone will be like, okay, yeah, that's right. I think what happens is that she's constantly like, not like what you said. She doesn't own things. She like will like she is bipolar one minute, like she is a sourpuss one minute, and the next minute she's happy. It's like who can keep up with that kind of energy?
I think it's valid though. When someone keeps talking about your character, like they're allowed to react without then being called crazy and all these other things. And then when you guys keep saying like, just get over it, have fun, and you try to, but you still feel like people are talking about you, you're gonna be on the fence. Like you're gonna still feel a type of way, Chantel. You're still gonna be uncomfortable being around these people.
I know, I agree with you. I just feel like when we're talking about Meredith in this particular situation, I don't agree with.
Bronwyn was going to end up churning on Meredith. So when she's having this conversation with Mary, she's like looking for reasons to be like, I'm going to agree with everything you say, Mary. I'm going to turn on Meredith. And one of the things she explains in her confessional is she's like, yeah, Meredith, like I tried with her. I told her that Brittany was basically an alcoholic or she was like drinking. And then she went and told Lisa about it. And it's like, girl, don't act like you suddenly have Brittany's back. Like there's a reason that you went and you brought that up to Brittany. You've never liked Brittany from day one. It was like when New Jersey, Jackie and Jennifer, like Jen Aiden really wanted to get good with Jackie, and Jackie was like, ugh, like no. And they were on the same level. So it's like, ew, why are you acting like that? And that's how I feel like Bronwyn's always been with Meredith. So don't act like you're mad that it got brought up. You would have never said that then. So like, it was just like her justification of like, why? Oh, I need to move on from Meredith. And it's not like Meredith even accused Brittany of it. She told Lisa, her best friend, but still, I get like why that could be annoying. But for Bronwyn, I'm like, you didn't have good intention at all when it came to Brittany. So it doesn't even matter.
No, I agree with that for sure.
Mary says that Meredith is acting different because she feels like she's being attacked. And yeah, I understand if I was to, Chanel, you're the number one person when you feel like attacked or someone, you get in these like crazy ass moods where we can't even get you out of it. You literally like it's all in your face.
And that's like Rexian, that's like one time, like every 8 years. Okay. This is happening.
Right. No, I know it doesn't happen often, but
I know, but I'm saying this.
Oh, you're never really called out often. Like you're the favorite in the family. It's not like people are out here like blasting you or anything.
I'm saying like this is happening multiple times with Meredith, and it's just like it's too much. It's like too often.
Okay. You guys, I'm disagreeing here. So Bronwyn, then, Mary's kind of like being weird. I don't understand Mary's like sudden beef with Meredith because those two were actually friends at one point. And she is basically like trying to, put it in Bronwyn's head to, push back when it comes to Meredith. That's how I feel. But Bronwyn is her own person. She doesn't need anyone to do it. She also knows what she's doing. So Bronwyn approaches Meredith and she's like, you asked me what happened at lunch. And Meredith is like, wait, what are we talking about now? And she denies this. And again, I believe that Meredith did do this. I wish she just said, yeah, I did. So what? You guys were talking about me. What's the problem? But she didn't do that. And then the way that Bronwyn then goes and makes it like the biggest issue ever because Meredith is denying it. And she's like, you're not going to make me look like I'm the crazy one. And it's like, dude, this is all over her asking, did you guys talk about me at lunch? And then she's like, Bronwyn gets like all crazy. And she's like, I defended you, Meredith. And then brings Lisa into it. And she's like, even against Lisa. And I'm like, what are you even saying? I hate when people do that. I hate when like the Kardashians do this a lot against Kourtney, not like Kourtney's innocent, but whenever like Khloe is talking to Kourtney, they'll always be like, yeah, like something's wrong with you. Like all of us say it. And then Kim does the same thing where they'll be like, something's wrong. All of us think something is wrong. All of us talk about it. And I hate when people do that. And Bronwyn does that quite a bit. And then she like throws people under the bus to make herself look good. And I'm like, girl, don't act like you were really having Meredith's back throughout the season.
Yeah, I think for this one, it was like weird that she was saying Lisa because she knew that would be a trigger point for Meredith. It's like Lisa even said that, and like that's what would piss me off for sure.
I'm glad that Meredith was like, okay, dude, and she bite the bullet and be like, okay, yeah, what Lisa did that, and like Lisa really hasn't said anything, so I'm like, I actually wish Lisa said more this episode. But they're really out here trying to make it like Meredith is crazy when she's been attacked this entire trip. And to me, obviously Chantel thinks differently. It's valid in feeling the way she feels because when you go on a trip with a bunch of people and they keep attacking you, no matter what you say, how you react, you're going to be flustered and all over the place.
I think the overall sentiment, though, is that the ladies, whoever they are, if they got together one day and said, listen, I think that she has a problem, not just on this trip, but in general, like she has an issue. Like could it be alcohol? Could it be pills? Could it be all these things? Or could it be like just a personality problem? They all think that she has an issue and they don't like that she doesn't own up to anything. And I think that's what's frustrating. And that's what's frustrating to watch as me as a viewer, not on Meredith's side.
Again, I understand last season Meredith was off and slurring and doing all the things. This season, I haven't seen it at all. So I'm like, okay, I wish you guys would have addressed this last season because I haven't seen one thing that's been red flag with Meredith this season. Last season or the other season, I forgot which one it was. Yeah, like I definitely did see that.
What if I told you that 2026 is the year you launch your business? Maybe you've got an idea you just can't shake, or that hobby that everyone in your life is telling you to sell. Taking that first step and finally taking action can feel impossible. But with Shopify, all you need to turn your dreams into your new future is at your fingertips. Make 2026 the year you transform into the entrepreneur, founder, and boss you were meant to be. And the one powerful move to make it all happen is starting your business with Shopify. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person, giving you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates that you can customize to match your brand. And you can set up quickly with Shopify's built-in AI tools that will help you write product descriptions and headlines, as well as edit product photos. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names like Gymshark and Mattel to first-time business owners just getting started. Marketing is built in too. You can create email and social campaigns within Shopify to reach customers wherever they are. And as you grow, Shopify grows with you. The same dashboard that you start with will evolve as your business does to handle more orders and expand to new markets. In 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm. Hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side.
This episode is brought to you by Stouffer's. Here comes 3-time juggling champion Natalia Rogers. She's juggling law school, her TA job. Oh, narrowly catches the laundry. What's that fourth ball? Parents unexpectedly showed up at dinner time? Is that too much for Natalia? Not with Stouffer's Chicken Alfredo and its mouth-watering mix of Asiago, Romano, and Parmesan. When you're juggling 4 things at once and the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
The Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or it's the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. The Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. Vulgar History's new season is all about the Regency era, the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal. Listen to Vulgar History Regency Era wherever you get podcasts.
The war is over, and both sides lost. Kingdoms were reduced to cinders, and armies scattered like bones in the dust. Now the survivors claw to what's left of a broken world, praying the darkness chooses someone else tonight. But in the shadow dark, the darkness always wins. This is old school adventuring at its most cruel. Your torch ticks down in real time, and when that flame dies, something else rises to finish the job. This is a brutal rules-light nightmare with a story that emerges organically based on the decisions that the characters make. This is what it felt like to play RPGs in the 80s, and man, it is so good to be back. Join the Glass Cannon podcast as we plunge into the Shadow Dark every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/theglasscannon with the podcast version dropping the next day. See what everybody's talking about and join us in the dark.
Goodbye, Kyle.
Did the sound of those words call to you like Pavlov's dog? Then you might enjoy our podcast, Turtle Time.
Every week, you can join me, Riley Hamilton, and my co-host, Amy Scarlotta, as we cover the most pressing Bravo news and dig into the new episodes to answer important questions like, who the hell is Adrian Malouf in this world?
Listen to Turtle Time on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday.
Welcome to Mick Unplugged, the #1 podcast for self-improvement and modern leadership. I'm Mick Hunt, your host, and I'm here to challenge your why and fuel your because. This is where leaders, entrepreneurs, and go-getters come to level up. Each week, I bring you unfiltered conversations, game-changing strategies, and the kind of motivation that transforms lives and legacies. I've learned from legends like Les Brown, Damon John, and Robert Irvine. And now, I'm bringing their lessons, along with mine, straight to you. From modern leadership tips to creating unstoppable momentum, this is the podcast that redefines what's possible. Hit play, subscribe, and join the millions who've made Mick Unplugged their go-to source for growth and greatness. Because your next breakthrough is just one episode away. This is Mick Unplugged, the voice and face of modern leadership, entrepreneur, and self-improvement. Let's get started.
From the parents behind Law & Order comes a mystery the whole family can enjoy. Patrick Picklebottom Everyday Mysteries. Step into the whimsical world of Patrick Picklebottom, a precocious 11-year-old with a love for reading and an uncanny ability to solve mysteries. Inspired by the beloved children's book of the same name, this podcast vividly brings Patrick's tales of deduction and everyday adventures to life as he unravels baffling enigmas and solves clever cases. Patrick Picklebottom Everyday Mysteries is perfect for kids and is just as entertaining for grown-ups who love a good mystery. The whole family can listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
From the darkest corners of our imagination comes a game show that's more ridiculous than terrifying. Welcome to Tickled to Death. I'm your host, Roz Hernandez, and I'll be guiding guests through the creepy questions and chaotic games, all to win the ultimate title of Horror Movie Champion. Listen to Tickled to Death wherever you get your podcasts, and hit follow unless you want the show to follow you.
There are names that echo in the world of true crime, names that carry unanswered questions. Oakley Carlson, a 5-year-old girl who deserved safety, protection, and love, yet the system built to protect her failed, and Oakley disappeared. Her community still calls her name.
Or Ellen Greenberg, found in her locked apartment with 20 stab wounds, a case declared a suicide. But how does a locked apartment tell two different stories at once?
These are not just cases we have covered. They are people. They were loved, and they mattered.
Their stories deserve to be told with care, with depth, with truth.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Ricky.
We are the husband and wife duo behind Crime Salad.
Every week we uncover stories of the missing, the silence, the misunderstood. We ask the questions that were left behind. We refuse to let these stories be forgotten.
Because behind every case is a family holding on, a community seeking answers, and a story that deserves to be heard.
We invite you to listen to Crime Salad,
your healthy portion of true crime, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Mike Carruthers, host of the podcast Something You Should Know. And in every episode, I talk with world-class experts about fascinating ideas that make you understand your life and the world in a whole new way. Recently, we explored why your brain requires friends to stay healthy, how pockets secretly shaped history, and the surprising science behind morbid curiosity. If you like learning things you can't wait to tell someone else, search for Something You Should Know. Start with any episode that grabs you. I'll be there waiting.
There are vampires out there. They're beside you in the darkness, but what people don't understand is that they're not monsters. They're just going to work, living their unlives. But we are a dying breed. Those who came before me, they are fearful and are not content to sit back and just disappear. And they'll do anything to fix that. From the creators of Parkdale Haunt comes Woodbine, a podcast about monsters, dreams, and changes, those you want and those you never saw coming. Season 2 arrives September 24th, distributed by Realm.
Do you guys hear that?
Oh, that's our podcast, Ruin, brought to you by me, your host, intrepid horror movie freak, Hallie Kiefer.
And me, your resident scaredy cat, Allison Leiby. Join us each week as Hallie forces me to listen to the twisted plot of yet another bone-chilling horror movie.
From classics like The Exorcist and The Thing, to the latest releases, to the most disgusting films on streaming, we ruin them all every Tuesday, wherever you get your podcasts.
So come join us, and until then, we beg you, please, keep it spooky.
And they're all on the bus, and Meredith is quiet, and the way Whitney is like, she's like, why is Meredith suddenly quiet? And it's like, bitch, my mood would change too, because Bronwyn calls out Meredith in the bus in front of everyone, and I don't know if you noticed this, like while she tells everyone, yeah, this is what happened earlier, Mary is looking the other way. Did you notice that?
No. Like she was scared?
Her face is completely turned. And I'm like, Mary, you have so much to say about Meredith. Why is your face turned as Bronwyn is saying all this?
I think maybe for Mary, it's like she wanted a certain moment to say it and didn't want it to happen in that time or in that bus.
No, I didn't see that.
All I know is Whitney, you guys.
By the way, like who was this lady that they end up going to?
I don't know. Just like someone that was there.
But what was her job?
A writer.
That was her job, a writer?
I think so. Screenwriter? I don't know. Playwriter?
I don't think that's what it was. Correct us and let us know what she was. But they all go somewhere where it's basically like, you all think a certain way of yourself. Here's what everyone else views you. What was your thoughts on what she said about Bronwyn?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I feel like she clocked her. Like she basically said, you're not loyal. You have no face. Like you're beyond two-faced. You collect things to call it out. And
I've always, especially the collecting thing, I've always felt that way about her. It's like she always does that. She's done it so many times this season, and it's like very annoying as a friend to have someone like that.
Oh, I hate that. I would hate a friend like that. Okay, did I miss what they said about Heather, by the way?
No, yeah, you did. They basically just said that you hide behind your humor.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's easy.
They basically said Mary cuts, deep, like her tongue cuts basically.
Okay.
That's the gist of that, which is true too. And they called Whitney ditzy, and like, which is like, I guess true.
But no, I feel like they were off about Whitney because they're like, you must speak up if you want to be taken serious. And the problem is Whitney always speaks up when she shouldn't.
But you know what's crazy is that like I don't feel bad for Whitney, guys. Do not go there though. But the one thing I do feel bad about her is that like she feels like she has to like literally be in their face, hold their hands, like go be so extra just for them to hear her.
Yeah, no one takes her seriously.
Yeah, and so that maybe is true because it's like, damn, but like you're really also annoying. Like get out of my face. Like stop being in my face. Stop trying to say like you care about me and you're doing these things and you don't. And like it's just like so it's I think it's hard for people to take Whitney seriously.
Yeah.
They said Lisa hides behind her things, which obviously that's true.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't remember what they said about Angie though.
Yeah, I don't either, to be honest.
It probably wasn't that like relevant or that deep.
Yeah. So they end up reflecting after the fact, and Bronwyn's like, see, again, Bronwyn does this thing where she'll like take ownership and be like, yeah, like that really did hurt hearing that. And I do that. So do all of you other ladies. Like, I'm sure it hurt you guys too, what you guys were hearing. And there's truth to it. Like, I don't know. She does this weird thing. And then even in her confessional, like she's like, there's been people in my life who's been disloyal, including Todd. And she throws out these digs so that when it gets to a point that they separated like they have, we all thought that was going to happen. It's like he was really disloyal. She puts these things out there, but if someone was to bring it up later to her and be like, you said it yourself, your husband's disloyal, she'll go crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, even like with us, like we did put it out there like that he was doing this stuff. And so what she did was she brought it to the show, which I get because she probably felt like someone else might bring it to the show, but she brought it to the show. And then she kind of like was like, that's my marriage. Like you guys are saying something about my marriage. And she got really pissed about that. But it's like, I feel like had she not, brought all this like stuff about Todd out there, like no one would be questioning things about her and Todd. We would just say he's very scary and he doesn't want to be on the show.
Yeah, I think she's an overthinker for sure.
Yeah. Angie's kind of pissed me off this season. I'm like, and I love Angie. And Angie was one of the best people we met at BravoCon. She really is like great to everyone. But like, she's pissing me off with this whole Lisa thing. Cause Lisa does get vulnerable and she's like, I do hide behind it. And then Angie's like your rings, like your bracelets, like your jewelry. And she's just drop it, Angie. Like just drop it. And you know, this is not the moment. And maybe some people might find it funny, but I'd be like, dude, like leave me alone.
No, literally leave me alone. But then they kind of do get to a point where they're like,
yeah,
semi okay? Because she's like, maybe this is, I don't even know, but like it really is like, leave me alone. Because it's like, you're no saint over there too. You have all designer stuff too.
Yeah. So yeah, it ends up being like, you know,
it ends up being an intervention, basically. That's like what what happens. And it was so intense and so it was so hard to watch. It was so hard to watch. Like I did feel bad for Meredith towards the end because it is a lot. They're all like telling her, you have a problem, your problem, your problem. And she's like, I don't have one. And like clearly she's telling them I don't have one. And then like, you know, she's not going to say anything. So why are you guys keep pushing it?
Yeah, because it then comes to Meredith and, you know, Meredith is like, I'm not doing this. And she walks away. And I don't blame her. She really has been attacked every single day, multiple times throughout this trip a day. Like that would be so annoying. And she walks away. And then Mary pushes everyone to tell Meredith something is wrong. And I'm like, why is Mary like, she's like, you guys need to tell her something's wrong with her. I'm like, why is Mary pushing everyone else to tell Meredith something's wrong when Mary's the one who feels that way the most, but she won't say it to her face? Like, I don't understand why you keep pushing everyone else to say something. Why haven't you yet?
But you don't think she did though in this
episode?
Yeah.
Then Meredith came out because she heard everything Mary was saying. And Meredith fucking put them in check. She's like, what's the goal? Tell me, you guys, what's your goal? And Mary's like, Mary's like, the goal is we all feel you're spiraling. Okay, what's the goal here? How is that the goal? Okay, so you feel like I'm spiraling. Now what? And I don't know. I'm just like, do people really not think Meredith is okay? Like, I'm so confused here because, like, I swear on this trip, I would spiral if I was in her shoes. I would go crazy and be like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? And Heather asked Meredith to calmly sit and talk while she's being accused of something being wrong with her. And it's like, no, dude, like you guys keep saying something is wrong. I'm telling you nothing is wrong. So no, I'm not going to sit and be calm with you guys when you guys are all doing it with each other and acting like you guys care and you're concerned. Like they are not concerned on her. If they were all genuinely concerned on her, trust me, they would not be saying any of this shit on camera, okay? They would not say any of it on camera. They would be talking to her behind closed doors and be like, girl, you're coming off a certain way. They're not doing that. And then Bronwyn is just confusing me, Chantal, because she's acting like she's most concerned about Meredith. And I'm like, girl, bye. I cannot with you.
That one I will agree with.
And then she, you know, at the end of the day, Bronwyn exploded over her own marriage being mentioned. But then she uses this opportunity where Meredith is like, I'm so over this. Like, you know, she's seeing it left, right, center. Everyone's coming at her. And she's like, she brings up, you know, whatever's marriage. And this is interesting because she literally a few episodes ago was like, never speak about my marriage. Never speak about my marriage. Not because the ladies were like talking about her marriage, because they were responding to shit that Bronwyn herself has told them about her marriage. She's like, never speak about my marriage. Like we should not be speaking about anyone's marriage. And then she takes this opportunity to speculate about Meredith's marriage and brings up how she saw Seth at a restaurant back in February, never brought it up. He said it was someone from work. And she then acts shocked when Meredith reacts. And Meredith is like, girl, bye. Like, I'm not doing this. And she's like, they're all like, Meredith. And it's like, what do you expect from her? And Seth like works corporate. Like he is going to have meetings with women. Like I have meetings with men all the time. So I'm married. What the hell does that mean? Like we it's 2025. Like we work with men.
I just didn't like how she came out with it. Like Meredith was such a like good friend of yours. Like, why are you now bringing this up here? Like, I just didn't like that part of it at all.
And that's the thing too. Actually, you make such a great point there. Bronwyn acted like earlier in the episode, I've been such a good friend to you. So if you are such a good friend to her, why would you bring up this marriage speculation about her husband cheating in front of all these ladies? If you were a loyal, good friend to her, you would have brought this at the point when she confronted you off camera. It's like if it was such a concern to you. And that shows you who Bronwyn really is.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a good point. I mean, I thought of it like that, but I guess I didn't express it that way. So Good point, Chantel. Heather is again, she's like, are you really going to leave? Are you really gonna block me out? And I'm like, Heather, you've really been pissing me off.
Heather was drunk at that point. So like it's like, why are you talking?
Yeah, she drinks, bro. She drinks. Whitney has balls, by the way, because as this is happening, she like goes and confronts Meredith, and Lisa's pissed. Lisa's like, why are you guys even bringing up her marriage? Like, please, Seth is not cheating. This is when Lisa talks. Again, I wish Lisa did talk a little bit more beforehand, but Mary, again, Chantel, Mary is looking at Bronwyn. She's like, you really were a good friend to Meredith. You really were.
No, wait. This literally, you guys made me chuckled out loud. She goes, "You're very loyal. Like, look, you stayed with Todd." I was just dying.
Oh my God, I missed that.
No, I literally was laughing out loud because she's like telling her like she's so serious, straight in the face, like, you are very loyal. You stayed with Todd.
If anyone else said that to Bronwyn, she would have lost it.
I know.
She would have lost it. And see, I hate that. Like, I hate when you react to certain people a different way because you're like scared. Because like she knows, like Bronwyn's smart. She's on social media. She knows that Mary is very much liked on the show. So she's like, I'm not gonna go against anything she says, you know? But it's like Mary says Bronwyn was a good friend to Meredith. We just pointed out how she was absolutely not a good friend to her because she would have not done what she did with the marriage thing. But I think the one thing that really gets to me, Chantel, is that episodes ago, you know, when Meredith suggested everyone take a drug test, the tone changed so fast where when he was like, I just love you so much. I just want you to know I love you. Like, and they were all like, are you really going to have us take a drug test? No one wanted that smoke. And now we're watching a full smear campaign against her. But when Meredith was like, listen, you guys think I'm on drugs? Let's all take one. Let's see if I really am. No one wanted to do it. So that's the confusing part about all of this.
Yeah, and I think, and then Meredith gets in her confessionals and starts spilling the tea. And she's like, don't make me go there. So it's like there definitely is. Everyone is.
There's something.
Yeah, so it's like everyone should shut up. But that's why it makes me think like, because there is something with them that's why they're still so concerned with Meredith, because maybe it's more than just like substances. Like, what's going on?
Okay, well then say that, because they're not saying that. They're making it like it's a substance thing. They're making it like, hello, they're making it's like a substance thing. Mary's bringing up her son, whatever's bringing up her dad, and both substance issues. So it's like first the accusations, the cheating rumors about Meredith's husband. And then when she removes herself again, instead of like reacting, Heather's like, you know, I don't know what Heather wants. Like, she's like, you're toxic, then leave. And it's like, what do you want from her? Like, I mean, yeah, she's drunk, but it's like, girl, bye. I just feel like more people should have had Meredith back in this. You're bothering me.
Well, at least today. That's all I'll say.
Well, what's interesting is that Monica Garcia, who used to be on the show, obviously she's watching The Real Housewives Salt Lake City like the rest of us. And she had posted a video on January 2nd. And it was like of her. And then she wrote, when everyone wants to accuse Meredith of being an alcoholic, but she wasn't the one that was taken away in an ambulance to an ER for alcohol poisoning, and demanded the footage never be shown and cast stay locked in their rooms while she got wheeled away to get her stomach pumped, quote, allegedly.
Oh, who's she talking about?
I'm thinking it's Heather.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm definitely thinking it has to be Heather.
I can agree with that.
I mean, like, we see Heather drink hard. Like,
yeah, where she kind of like looks like stone in the face a little bit too, you know? So it's like she's looking a little messy right now. She's crying at the end of the episode because she's trying to tell someone. It's like, I can't.
Yeah, like I really think it was her. And then demanding, I mean, I'm kind of surprised. See, that's like where the Bravo just confuses me, because they do this like preference, like they give some people
special
treatment, and it's like, but for others, like they would, like, it just depends. And I don't know, I would be like so pissed at that.
Agreed.
We didn't really hear much from you this episode with your one words. Okay.
No, I think I was a lot. I think we just are saying different things about the person. So what else can we say?
Okay. What do you think about the reunion sneak peek?
Oh my God, I can't wait. I think this is our first time seeing Andy like leave the stage.
Yeah, he was getting like so frustrated with them.
Right? Do you think that's the first time that's ever happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, for him to have to get up to make them shut up, but like they really are one of the casts that don't shut the hell up. Like they just talk, and like talk over people. So like I can see why he had to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I think when we saw the looks, I can't wait to talk about the looks because remember we saw pictures before. It was like the scariest thing we've ever seen.
Right, I know.
They were so like did not match. Like there was the first time we didn't see like a cohesion, like a reunion.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh my God, you're gonna wait until you see.
Yeah. Wait, did you know, Chantel, that that show is coming back with Reza?
Who's Reza?
Oh, did you never watch it?
I don't think so. But you know, in 2 days, Traders is coming back.
Oh, I know. We need to watch it.
Yeah, I can't wait because like I can't wait to see Lisa Rinna on there. I mean, there's obviously like a few housewives.
I can't wait to see Travis Kelce's mom on it.
Oh, I know. Oh my God, we really need to go big on this. Like we're watching ASAP.
Yeah. There's a lot of episodes, you guys. That's a lot on us.
I know, but still, Traders is the number one.
No, I know. We will. We're gonna recap every single week of that show. So we will be doing that.
We'll see what they come out with because they usually come out with like 4 episodes in the beginning and then it goes week by week.
Yeah. I love that. And it's the Valley Persian style, Chantel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Then, yeah. Like, and that does make so much sense because there's a lot of like Persians and Egyptians in California. And like,
Please stop because just so you know, this has been like a whole show for the longest time. So just.
But why are they coming out with the Valley of it? Just like a spinoff?
Yeah, it's like a spinoff because it ended. It was whatchamacallit. What was it called? Shahs of Sunset? Before.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was like also stuff with Mike who was like abusing his like partner and stuff. So the show ended and it got really, really toxic too. So yeah. So we have that as well. We have a lot.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We will be back with Southern Charm Beverly Hills. So we'll be back Thursday. We'll have an episode Thursday. Chantel, I know that you were saying, what are we doing on Patreon?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do live. Me and Roxanne are gonna watch live Beverly Hills. So we're gonna show our faces, and on our Patreon you can join live and then like ask questions as we're watching, or even comment and like whatever you want to say on it. So it's like we're all watching together.
Oh, I thought we were going to watch it, have notes, talk about it, and then people ask questions during it. But
no, we're watching it live with them.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting, y'all. That's gonna be really interesting. All right. Well, we'll be back. Thank you guys so much for listening. Let us know your thoughts on the season finale, and we'll be back in a few days. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Welcome to Mick Unplugged, the #1 podcast for self-improvement and modern leadership. I'm Mick Hunt, your host, and I'm here to challenge your why and fuel your because. This is where leaders, entrepreneurs, and go-getters come to level up. Each week, I bring you unfiltered conversations, game-changing strategies, and the kind of motivation that transforms lives and legacies. I've learned from legends like Les Brown, Damon John, and Robert Irvine. And now, I'm bringing their lessons, along with mine, straight to you. From modern leadership tips to creating unstoppable momentum, this is the podcast that redefines what's possible. Hit play, subscribe, and join the millions who've made Mick Unplugged their go-to source for growth and greatness. Because your next breakthrough is just one episode away. This is Mick Unplugged, the voice and face of modern leadership, entrepreneur, and self-improvement. Let's get started.
This podcast is dedicated to my younger self because she really needed it. She couldn't keep a man or a job. Welcome to Broco Therapy. I'm your host, Stephanie Macon.
I'm your co-host, Rose McAleese.
Every week we dive into dating, sex, and relationships.
Who doesn't want like best friend kind of deep conversations?
It's about creating a safe space and just having a good time while listening and also crying a little bit.
I think there's nothing better than listening to a podcast and crying.
Yes.
That's how all podcasts should be, is you crying silently to yourself.
And that's on therapy. And I just want to say that we are not professionals, but we bring professionals on the pod to therapize us, to give us some advice. Listen to Brocotherapy wherever you love to listen to podcasts, and head to brocotherapy.com for all the info and the links. Therapy is too expensive, but this podcast isn't.
Growth Therapy. Hi, I'm Brandy Basanti. For the last 15 years, I've starred on one of the most successful reality shows of all time, Storage Wars. On my new show, The Real Reality, my guest and I will reveal the real story of what it's like navigating fame and notoriety. Because it's my show, I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. No filters, no rules, no network executives. And I believe that's what the world wants. Raw, real, authentic, and I'm gonna fucking give it to you. Though success is great, being in the public eye can come at a cost. Oftentimes, what you see on camera is not the real reality. On each episode of my show, we'll sit down with a different notable individual from the world of TV, film, sports, or internet fame. We will explore their unique story, what really happened on and off camera, how becoming famous has truly impacted their lives, and what their vision is for their future. In a world obsessed with celebrity, followers, and subscribers, the true story is often lost or even buried. This show will reveal what really happened. This show will reveal what people really felt. This show will reveal what fame is really like. This is The Real Reality. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Look, we all know there are a lot of celebrity interview podcasts out there, but there's only one, Happy, Sad, Confused. I'm Josh Horowitz, and yeah, I'm the host of the show, so I'm a little biased, but truly Happy, Sad, Confused is the place for nerdy and intimate conversations with all your favorite actors and filmmakers. From Andrew Garfield and Scarlett Johansson to Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino. For over 10 years and over 700 episodes, Happy, Sad, Confused has broken movie and TV news every single week. That's because I ask all the questions I want to know, and more importantly, you want to know. Casting what-ifs, backstage stories, acting pet peeves, and much more. So whether you're into superheroes, prestige TV, or just the coolest actors and directors alive, you're going to learn something in every episode. Listen to Happy, Sad, Confused on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From the podcast that brought you to each of the last lesbian bars in the country and back in time through the sapphic history that shaped them, comes a brand new season of cruising beyond the bars. This is your host, Sarah Gabrielli, and I've spent the past year interviewing history-making lesbians and queer folks about all kinds of queer spaces, from bookstores to farms to line dancing and much more.
For 11 years, every night women slept illegally on the common.
We would move down to the West Indies to form a lesbian nation.
Meg Kristen coined the phrase women's music, but she would have liked to say it was lesbian music.
And that's kind of the origins of the Comedy Hero Collective.
You can listen to Cruising on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes air every other Tuesday starting February 4th.